Who's there?
It's Patrick.
Patrick? Go away! I never want to see you again!
SpongeBob doesn't like me anymore.
That's right! You're my worst enemy!
Not bad.
Hello and welcome back to the Two Things That Won't Work podcast. As always, I am Marcus Chronicle, your host, and I'm here with...
Neon Greystone.
And today, we will be looking at, as soon as I get over to the episode, we will be looking at Nature Paints and Opposite Day. One episode I was very excited about, another episode I enjoy.
It's shockingly funny.
But before we get to that, we have our standard every episode title game. Last time, your clues were paramedic, wallet, and fishing pole. You remember what that episode is?
Paramedic, wallet, and fishing pole.
It's
Hooky? No.
I'll give you a hint. When I asked you this question last week, you said the answer to the that week's episode, and not the week before that.
Oh! No, I remember now. It's Sleepy Time.
It is Sleepy Time. It's I debated cutting it out, and I ended up just leaving it in because I thought it was funnier that way.
Oh, God.
And because I wanted to say that I'm not usually going to do that. Usually I'll cut it out, but that was the first time it happened. So
Hopefully
I thought
it
I'd
doesn't
leave it
happen
in.
again.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sleepy Time, that's a good one.
This week, we have 3 new clues for you. You remember any of those clues?
Burn.
Yep. We also have mop. Do you remember the last one?
No.
It's your last clue will be nightcap.
Oh, yeah.
So those clues a second time are mop, burn, and nightcap.
This one's a bit tricky.
Yeah, this one is a bit trickier. These are hints that we would give each other, actively trying to make sure that you don't get what it is.
Remember, be the first one to put it in the comments and get your comment pinned.
Yep. No one's done that yet.
Nope.
But, yeah, let's go and jump right on into this. So, Nature Pans. After suffering through some unusually rough days at work, SpongeBob decides to leave his industrialized life and live off the land with the jellyfish in jellyfish fields. A rough day on the job, however, is nothing compared to a rough day of trying to survive in nature amongst the jellyfish. SpongeBob is forced to endure cold nights, bad food, and being pursued by the jellyfishing Patrick. I think.
Oh, is that finally over?
Yeah, it's very long.
They're paid by the word.
I don't think any of it is correct.
I mean, a rough day.
Barely.
Yeah, so SpongeBob got tired of his 9 to 5 and went to live among the jellyfish.
Yeah, let me ask you something. Do you think this might be the most out of character SpongeBob is in the classic era?
I don't know. What do you define as out of character? Because he's always competitive.
Yeah, but this episode, he just does not give a damn about his job. And that is way out of character for him.
That is rare, especially early on.
He lives, breathes, and dies by the Krusty Krab.
But, I mean, early on he was more the everyman. He worked his job he liked and he got tired of it. But I could see the argument out of character.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad, but it's just a different interpretation than I'm used to.
Yeah, that's fair. But every time they try to get him to go back and tell him he can't do it, is longer he's going to try to prove he can.
Yeah.
He is always competitive.
He is. The most competitive he's seen is like the other episode where he's probably out of character, which is Great Snail Race.
Yeah, where he pushes Gary way too far.
Yeah. I love that episode.
It's not out of character for him to be competitive, but it is out of character for him to not care about Gary.
Yeah. Speaking of, who did SpongeBob leave Gary with? Did he just give Gary the house?
I want to say, we know Gary's smarter than he is sometimes.
Yep. It just occurred, that's not a note, it just occurred to me, what was Gary up to during this episode?
I mean, SpongeBob was gone for an afternoon, so even if he forgot, it was fine, but not great. And Gary was there at the end.
Yeah. So he was just home alone.
He was. He
didn't eat that night. I actually know what Sandy probably fed him.
Yeah, and SpongeBob got back, but yeah, they threw a party. They knew he wouldn't last.
No.
They were already there. They knew he wouldn't last a day.
No. But, yeah,
So,
we had some very fun moments very early on. The best joke in this episode, I have to say, is right when Krabs snaps SpongeBob out of his daydream.
You think?
Yeah, the grill being just smoking because the food's burning.
Yeah. Goes to on fire.
Yep. That joke of him throwing the extinguisher broke both of us today.
That one was a good one.
I think that's the best joke in this episode.
We both laughed before he threw it.
Yeah.
Because we remembered the joke.
It's, I honestly, it wasn't SpongeBob throwing it, which is the reason why I started laughing. It was the look that I knew Krabs was about to give him. That's the part that I think is the funniest bit of that.
It is hilarious. So Mr. Krabs looks at him like, really? Really?
On top of that, his hood doesn't work.
No, it looked like the vent wasn't on. It wasn't pulling in the smoke.
That is pretty common in fast food places that the owner doesn't care about.
Yeah, I could see it.
My first job, our hood didn't work like that. Like, it was bad. So, luckily, we didn't have, like, a ton of smoke off everything, but if there was...
It also pulls out the greasy air and stuff. It keeps things fresh.
Yeah.
They're legally required.
Yeah.
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 It didn't work.
No.
Like, ever. Ever.
No. Mom won't cook if her hood... It broke once, and she got it replaced the next day.
I worked at that place for 2 years. It was never cleaned.
Yeah.
It was bad.
They cleaned the hood once a year at the place my mom worked at. We got a lot of grease.
What we did, the worst that we had to do was we would have to pull out the deep fryers and clean behind it. I don't know if you've ever been in a place where they did that. My God, it smells like cat piss.
I'm not shocked, but that is specific.
It smells so overwhelmingly like cat piss. And it is not a pleasant thing to have to clean up.
I'd expect it to smell bad. I wouldn't expect cat urine.
Yeah. That was the thing that they did once every 3 to year.
Yeah.
Once every 3 months to a year.
Yeah.
There was one time where we had to do it every night for whatever reason. We didn't.
Because I assume they thought an inspector might come.
Well, they knew that there was an inspector coming. And they knew what day it was. And if we just cleaned it the night before, it wouldn't have been enough.
Yeah, fair.
So, but yeah, it was bad. I don't know how that place didn't get shut down.
Bribes?
No. Because, like, if you walked into the, I guess the room the water heater was in or whatever, there was a drain that we had to use, and if you just walked in there, you just see so many roaches all over the place. It was disgusting. I've not eaten there since.
Yeah.
And I'll be clear, I assume all fast food restaurants are like that, but this one I worked at, so I can't go back.
Yeah, like, you can't knowingly.
Yeah.
You can lie to yourself other times.
Yeah, I can lie to myself, but I won't go back to that one.
No.
At least not as long as that person runs it.
They,
I could say his name because there's no fucking way he's ever gonna, like, he doesn't know what YouTube is. So, yeah. Anyway.
I've worked at a couple restaurants for a day or two, and they're always kind of nasty. None of them have been that bad.
Yeah. They're, depending on the type of restaurant, it'll be better or worse, but that one was real bad. Because, they didn't respect anyone that worked there, so why would anyone give any respect to the place?
Yeah, no, and it sounds like they didn't respect the place they owned either.
No. That's, I had an interaction with the owner that should have been me quitting on the spot, and I didn't. They replaced the menu with TVs that they can just update electronically.
Yeah.
How much does one of those cost? And you looked at me and went, "You'll never be able to afford one."
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, you've told me that before.
I might have told that on the podcast already, but that is a moment where you go,
Yeah.
"You're right. I quit."
Yes.
That's what I should have done.
You're the one who pays me.
That's what I should have done.
Like, that is a screw you moment.
And let this be a lesson to everyone. If your boss ever says, "You can't afford this because you'll never be able to afford it,"
I'll never pay
the
you
boss
well
saying,
enough.
"You aren't being paid what you are worth," and that is your cue to quit on the spot.
Yep.
If you don't have just bills that have to be dealt with, quit on the spot.
Yeah, otherwise that's your cue to start looking for another job.
And if you have bills, look for a job that day. Second you're off your shift, start looking for a new job. Because that's not worth it.
No, it's not.
That's the same thing. It was like, I quit that job. I told them, I'm going to start looking for a new job unless if I start getting paid more. And they said, we're not going to pay you more. And I got a new job.
Yeah.
So, I also want to say, unless if it's in a contract, don't give your 2 weeks. Don't do it. Because it's not worth. They don't care about you.
No, they won't give you that respect.
No, they won't give you 2 weeks. They'll give you, "You're fired. Get out."
I think in most states they're required to give you a 2 weeks, but not here at least.
No. But yeah. That is Marcus giving a lot of insight to why he doesn't work fast food anymore.
Yeah, that's Marcus needing to vent, and that's a good thing to do in a podcast, I think.
Yeah.
So, back to the episode. Grill's on the opposite side of the wall, too.
That was one of my notes. Is this the first time that this has been like that?
I think it's the second. I think it was like that in Pizza Delivery.
Was it? I don't think we ever saw it inside the kitchen Pizza Delivery.
There's been another episode. If it wasn't Pizza Delivery, there's another one where I remember going already. Oh, it's on the opposite wall.
Yeah.
It's on the opposite wall again in Your Shoes Untied.
Yeah, it definitely is. But that's
it's a gag there.
But this is the one first time. So we also saw the fry cook, the grease.
Yeah, they were where the grill is normally,
Yeah.
instead of beside the grill.
Which is such a weird. I understand the grill being there, but where you get the fries, no, that's.
Well, see, they're making sure you bring the patty up and then you make sure your fries are fresh as they go to the window.
Yeah, but you gotta drain them out a little bit. Otherwise, you're just putting a bunch of grease on a plate.
You could sell that.
They try that.
Mm-hmm.
That episode is just disgusting.
It is horribly disgusting.
Beginning to end, it's just so gross. But, yeah.
So, SpongeBob says, "I've had enough of your shit, old man," and leaves.
I do want to point out that the quick response for that firefighter had to be eating the Krusty Krab with his hose.
And you think?
How else would he have gotten there so quick? No one had said fire yet, and he came running in.
Fair enough.
And then shot SpongeBob.
He did.
That's just
and held on it.
Yep. He did not try and change the trajectory of the water at all. Just went, "This will work out."
Right? And then, like, a minute into it, he shuts it off. Not aims differently, shuts it off, and SpongeBob happens to fall backward.
Yep. And then he celebrates. If only.
But, I like the pep talk Mr. Krabs gives SpongeBob. You know, he's like, nature sucks. You got a pretty good thing here. Stay here. Pretty good prep talk from a boss.
Yep. And SpongeBob says, "You're right," and leaves.
Yeah.
The correct thing to do.
So, we see Old Reliable in this episode.
We do. This is the episode where they name Old Reliable. Because the last time we saw it was, I don't think he named it in the last episode.
No, it's not the first time we've seen his net, but this is the first time we've seen Old Reliable's case, and, like, it's been referred to that way.
Yeah. Yep, this is the first time. SpongeBob is giving away all of his things. His trusty can opener.
His mayonnaise.
and all of his phone books.
All of his old, outdated phone books.
How long did your parents keep phone books?
I mean, it was pretty late. I'd say 2011, 2012.
I think with my parents, the last time I saw a phone book was in 2014. Because, they shoved them in a cabinet and then proceeded to forget about them.
Yeah. That's something you find later when you spring clean.
Yeah, you open it and go, there's phone books in here? And then you either throw it away or you throw it back into the cabinet and I'll deal with that later. And then later is never.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my parents used to keep, we had so much cabinet space in our kitchen. We had a small little pantry and then just like so many countertops that we could shove shit in. So next to our main fridge, because we had space for two. Because when we moved in there, I guess they owned a fridge, and then I think there was another fridge when we moved in, or something. I don't know. We had two fridges. But next to the fridge in the kitchen was just where they would shove shit that no one needed.
Okay.
So that's where all of our all of our books went to. That and above the countertop is another cabinet that used to be for like medicine and stuff.
Well, 2011, 2012 is the last time I remember us getting a phone book. We didn't toss them out till probably 2014, 2015.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think everyone stopped getting them at the same time, which was still way too late.
It was 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Which, the phone book got smaller over time.
Yeah, it went from an encyclopedia to a pamphlet.
It did, because not many places registered their phone numbers with the Yellow Pages.
Do you think they still have the Yellow Pages?
The Yellow Pages has a website. I know I looked it up a couple of years ago. I don't know if it's still up.
Can we, Yellow Pages website, it's still in there. How can we register the podcast with it? Advertise.
Hey. About to get an ad on the Yellow Pages. Let's go.
Be the company people find first.
Is that right?
Lead generation, automated reviews. They're botting people.
Would you like some automated reviews?
No.
That should be illegal.
But I think it would be really funny to just send out podcast information through the Yellow Pages at once.
It would. What you need to do is buy an ad in the Yellow Pages, and then buy a subscription to the Yellow Pages for 1 month, and then frame up the Yellow Page ad.
Yeah. But yeah, that will be a thing that might become a tax write-off later.
And these old phone books.
But
he gave him his garbage and his mayonnaise.
Yes, half a jar of mayonnaise.
I mean, that's still good mayonnaise.
Yeah. We also, very shortly after he gives out all of his stuff, we get a line from Sandy, which is, why would you want to live with the jellyfish? My question back to Sandy why would Sandy want to live underwater with the Bikini Bottomites? They're cold, mean, none of them are too bright.
None too bright.
Why would she want to live there?
They've got barbed cues and peas in a can pie.
Yep. It was just like everything she said about the jellyfish. Yeah. I went, that is something that joke. You have experienced with Bikini Bottom.
It's a joke. It is self-referential.
Yeah.
It is great. Because I don't think bees are cold and, dark. They're not too bright, though.
Yeah.
Squidward did not keep his can opener.
No.
As he's walking away, he throws it. It beams Patrick in the back of the head, and Squidward goes off screen.
Yep.
I thought he kept the can opener as a kid. I thought he kept it.
If he knew that can opener was probably just under the dirt later, he wouldn't have gotten mauled so many times.
Oh, God. That's an image.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of show. That's a BoJack deep cut thing.
Yeah.
So Squidward was right in that he lasted 11 minutes, at least from the beginning of the episode.
This is the episode that everyone points to when they talk about SpongeBob fourth wall jokes.
Yes, because it is the first instance of them referencing the episode length.
Yep. And every time I've ever seen someone talk about fourth wall jokes, it's always that followed up immediately by 11 minutes is how long a SpongeBob episode lasts, typically. And I go, what YouTube video did you take that from? Because I don't know who was the first one to point it out, but that person probably needs to get all of that money. So, because so many people made money just off pointing that out.
I don't see that come up too often anymore.
Not anymore, but like back in the day,
it was everywhere for a while.
Everywhere.
I think it would have been funnier if he'd said the duration of the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
I give him 8 minutes, and then the episode had 8 minutes left. Like that would have been funny.
Yep.
Sandy was way overestimated SpongeBob's ability.
Yeah.
She gave him a week. He did not last a day.
My response would have been, he won't make it the night.
He didn't. The Patrick Sad line felt very modern to me, like something you'd see in like a newer show.
Yeah.
Like SpongeBob walks away and Patrick goes, "Patrick Sad." Like I don't know, that felt like something more like a more modern joke.
Yeah. Only
Like
wouldn't
internet
been
speak.
It wouldn't have been funny.
It wouldn't have been funny today, no. But it feels like something you'd have a character say today.
Yeah, it was very out of pocket back in I guess it would have been early 2000s by now.
This was still 99. SB 129 is the first episode to air after the New Year.
This one came out, if I can get to the top, September 11th, 1999.
What a day!
What a day!
That's your first 9/11 reference.
Yeah, they predicted it.
So, yeah. Hypothetically, we don't normally do these tangent here, but, so, SpongeBob ran off into the fields, naked.
Yep.
Save for a pair of shoes.
Yep.
And his
and
plan,
socks.
yeah. It's not, if you keep your socks on, it's fine. And his plan was to run around flailing his arms and pretend to be a jellyfish to live among them.
Yep.
What would have happened if he succeeded?
Patrick probably would have caught him.
Eventually, you think?
That or the police would have got him.
That's what I was, like, there are laws against public indecency in Bikini Bottom. We've seen it.
Not in every section of Bikini Bottom.
But, like, his plan was to run around the forest that they use as a public park. We see it. It's a public park and, like, national reserve.
Yep.
Or something.
I don't think it's a national
reserve.
Oh,
it's some kind of thing. They maintain it.
Yeah.
It has a ranger or some guy who opens it later.
Yeah.
And his plan was to run around it pretending to be a jellyfish.
Yep.
He would have become, like, that guy to the town.
Yeah.
Like, if he'd succeeded, it's just very dark reality.
He wouldn't have succeeded. He would have eventually gotten arrested.
That's because sponges can filter feed. He didn't need food.
Yep. He tried. He does not like sushi.
He does not.
Yeah. So, they tried to coerce SpongeBob back into his normal life.
So I called that. There are 3 times they do this with Sandy and Patrick. At least tried to. So it's this episode, and then it is in God, I had it earlier, because it's this procrastination where that one got cut,
and the accident.
Yeah, and I had an accident where it's Patrick and Sandy doing something to try to lure SpongeBob to them. Yeah, because it got cut in procrastination, but the scene was animated. It's just
I've seen
deleted. Yeah, but like,
is that one of the ones that was Mandela into? People thought it aired but never did, or did it air the first time?
I'm not sure,
because I think wasn't the Just One Bite's a deleted scene aired.
Just
the first
One
time?
Bite aired outside of the U.S. once at least.
Yeah.
I remember that, but I don't know if it aired outside of the U.S. regularly with that scene or not. But it never aired in the U.S. with that scene.
Yeah.
But people say it did. People in the U.S. say they saw it.
Yeah. They're trying to coerce SpongeBob into coming back to his life, and SpongeBob vehemently denies it.
Yeah.
They do a tiny bit of censorship in that scene.
I called that. I said the grass on SpongeBob's crotch.
It's a censorship joke.
It is. It is barely censored.
Yep.
And we see him naked the rest of the episode.
And almost immediately after, Patrick decides that he's going to get his friend back one way or another.
Well, that's what Patrick tried begging. He tried coercing. When that didn't work, he went to violence.
Yep. So, my question for you is there a fan game where you're just SpongeBob in this episode?
That felt like a horror game premise.
If there is not one, there should be.
That Bob game they get that guy on it.
Yeah.
But that very much felt, and they played the Jaws music.
Yeah.
Like that was meant to be a horror scene, and it was creepy.
It goes on for so long. Yeah, is that famous
good
Patrick
2.5
meme?
minutes or so. Yeah, and then Patrick, the meme. That was probably the first SpongeBob meme I saw online. Was that image of Patrick?
Malicious Patrick. I don't know what the meme's called.
I have no idea, but like, you'd put text over it, and it's like, oh god.
Yeah, the first one I saw was Firmly Grasp It, but that Patrick one was popular for a while.
I remember.
It probably still is.
I remember the generic one on like Google Images back in the day was like you on the computer, your parents walking into the room,
Yeah,
and it's like, oh god, like it was cute back in the day. So yeah, Patrick decides he can't live without SpongeBob, and he goes to get him back. That fails.
you're gonna look great on my mantle.
That is terrifying. Again, with the Jaws music playing in the background. And then SpongeBob just has no remorse for Patrick when he's, crying and giving up.
Nope.
Just absolutely smile on his face like, that guy's gone.
And we learned something about the jellyfish, I assume.
Yeah. I think SpongeBob learned something about the jellyfish.
Yeah, just because they're communists doesn't mean they're going to accept you.
He does not convince them with his comrades line.
Greetings, comrades! Kill him.
He thinks he knows our language. Get him. I did like that he was hunting with Old Reliable.
Yep.
I thought for sure we'd see SpongeBob wince or something when Patrick broke it over his knee, but nothing. He is dead.
Yeah.
And then... yeah, that's kind of it. He decides it ain't worth it. He gets roaches and poison ivy all over him.
Yeah, he has the worst night and decides to go home slowly.
Well, he goes to the Krusty Krab first.
Yep.
I guess he was hungry.
Why did crabs leave just that many crab patties
I assume
on the
to
table?
lure SpongeBob inside.
Like the doors were locked.
Okay, but SpongeBob was hungry. Hey, doors have never stopped SpongeBob.
My only guess is that they made too many for the party and he just left them out. But at that point, why did he leave them out? That's a waste of money.
Them?
I mean, I assume Krabs knows how to make the Krabby Patty.
He was the head chef on the SS Diarrhea.
Yeah.
We know he can't cook.
Yeah, but we know that he can cook Krabby Patties because we see him do it multiple times.
We've seen him make a couple patties. It wasn't Squidward.
It was not Squidward. Squidward cannot make them.
And they get one last good gag in.
Maybe Patrick made them. We see that Patrick knows how to make them.
Patrick can
From time to
consistently
time.
make food decently.
Yeah.
Like, I think almost every time it comes up, except for the morning with Patrick, he can cook all right.
Yep.
But I like the joke of after the hug, they all slither.
Yeah. How did Sandy get infested? Her suit's airtight.
I had that thought. And then we saw Mr. Krabs, and I went, wait, he can't do that back thing that they're doing, right? Because he's got his shell. And they actually animated it. His knees go from flat to under him, and he just goes at an angle. He does not bend like the rest of them.
Yeah.
It's the little details.
Yeah, they were smart from time to time.
Sandy got infested through her diving suit, but Mr. Krabs doesn't bend his shell.
I know Sandy's tail does stick out.
It does, yeah.
But I don't think that's enough.
I don't know. Poison sea urchins apparently can infect mammals.
I guess they can, I guess.
So, the next episode.
Yeah,
One we
so...
were looking forward to.
So, Opposite day. Fed up with SpongeBob and Patrick, Squidward decides to sell his house and move. Worried no one will buy it if they see what their neighbors will be really like. It will be really like.
They were paid by the word.
It's just wrong. Like my brain did that thing where it swaps words around.
Where it tries to correct it.
Squidward fools them into thinking it's opposite day, and they must do the opposite of their usual behavior. No such luck, however, with those two. The opposite of crazy is still crazy.
Well, that one's a little shorter, at least. I was ready for the next 3 sentences.
So I don't have a lot of notes here. I have very few for this episode.
I want to lead off. It was not his birthday.
It was not his birthday.
I think that's important to consider.
But the thing I want to lead off with this is opposite day is a real holiday. It falls on January 25th.
No.
It's not like an official holiday, but it is a day where people go, this is opposite day, January 25th.
I feel like there's a better way to do that, maybe.
Probably, but if you ever want to celebrate opposite day, that's the date to do it on. And unfortunately,
well, I feel like 12/21 or something would be better, or November, or like February 20th. That way they're reversed or something.
Yeah, it's like that would probably be better, but that's just something that if we had known beforehand, we probably would have tried to plan for.
Yeah,
but we did not, so we didn't. To be fair, we also didn't try and plan for any other episodes to fall on a specific day.
It'll happen at least once by chance, and it'll be really cool when it happens.
I mean, doing the math, I think if we miss 2 weeks, it will get July 25th will be when we do Christmas Who. But we have to miss 2 weeks, and I don't want to do that.
No, I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
I'm not. If it happens, it happens, but I don't want to make that sacrifice.
So, there's one fun fact. And you called the one thing that would be interesting on the trivia page.
Yep. It's the only thing that I want. That better be a fact, because I don't want to figure out what it is.
So, what SpongeBob and Patrick say to each other when they're speaking backwards, SpongeBob says, "Hey, Patrick." Patrick goes, "I give up." And SpongeBob goes, "To get to the opposite side." And then they both laugh backwards.
Yeah.
Which is horrifying to hear. But, yeah. It's a chicken joke. Who crossed the road?
Yep.
Or got to the other side. But, yeah, it's not his birthday, so they,
I want to point out, when he flips that blanket off of him, the look in his eyes is that he's about to die. They're about to consume his heart.
They want to wear his skin, and have.
Yep.
But, they got dressed.
To be fair, Squidward has also worn SpongeBob skin.
He has, and a salmon suit. He hasn't wore Patrick, though, but Patrick's wore him.
Yeah. No, but he did do Patrick face.
He did. But they got a banner, got dressed, broke into his house, snuck into his bed, laid there for hours until he woke up.
Do you think they brought the cake or made the cake in his house?
They probably baked the cake with his flour and his eggs.
I would assume so, too.
I don't think they know how old he is, though, because he got the one candle.
Yeah.
It's not his birthday. Would you like to guess his birthday? He has an official birth date.
October 17th.
October 23rd.
Damn! I was close. My first guess was October 25th.
Would have been closer.
I was close.
October 23rd. Don't know why.
I was off by less than a week.
You were. But, it was creepy. Like, what if that happened to you?
I probably would have beaten someone half to death.
Like, you don't do that. A man's bed is sacred.
You know how many weapons I have in there?
Squidward needs mace.
Yeah. I have the Tonto. I have like 6 actual swords.
A couple
2
keyblades.
a handful of knives, a box cutter. It's like I can defend myself if I need to. But my go-to weapon for self-defense is the Keyblade.
I have a stick.
Yeah. Yeah. It's and for those Kingdom Hearts fans, it's Riku from Keyblade. That one. That's my go-to.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Yeah, you have. It's KH1.
Oh, yeah, Riku Hansen. I heard Axel, and I was like, what?
No.
Like, Axel has a Keyblade? What? But, so... I like Squidward with hair. I'm campaigning. I think Squidward with a wig, as if they wanted to update the design, I like it. I think that hairstyle looks good on him.
I think it does, but his wig drives me crazy every time he turns around, and the back of his head is just blank. It drives me crazy that it doesn't just go all the way around.
No, it's just specifically like a curve. It is weird, but it looks good from one angle.
It looks great from every angle except the back.
But, like, first time I've liked that. I liked Gary's bark, get in the holiday spirit.
Yep.
So, yeah. Premise, yeah. Squidward decides to move because neighbors suck. And they almighty sexually assaulted him.
Yeah, his neighbors are not people that he is a fan of.
This is before SpongeBob tried to get with Squidward consistently, though. Yeah. It wasn't as creepy back in the day.
This is before the many years of stalking.
But Squidward decides to move for the first time. This will come up again.
Yeah, has he tried to move since the movie? Yeah. There's the episode where he tried to get SpongeBob to move. But I can't remember an episode after the movie where Squidward wants to.
Yeah, because he's tried to get them to move twice since the movie.
Yeah.
The one where he made them think aliens were real, and then the one where he wanted SpongeBob to buy a rocket ship.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess he gave up after the movie. He did get a restraining order after the movie, though.
Yeah. Something he should have done earlier.
Yes. It would have worked earlier.
Yeah.
Earlier he would have went, I missed them, and tore it up.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he didn't move, because after Squidville, he didn't want to move again.
He realized they get on his nerves, but he needs them a little bit.
Yeah.
But, yeah. First time he tries to move, and it almost kind of sort of works.
Yeah. It works right up until SpongeBob and Patrick decide to destroy SpongeBob's house.
Yeah, he goes, that would lower the property value a little bit.
I do want to back up just a tiny bit. During the montage of opposite things, do you know what my favorite joke of that montage is?
The bubble?
Yep.
Yeah, it's SpongeBob's look after Patrick pops.
That's look mine. Is hilarious. I also want to say one of the things I thought about doing for our opening bit here was SpongeBob and Patrick going back and forth right up until, just do the opposite of what you normally would. Yep. that I love the Patrick breathe joke.
It is one of the few good ones.
Those are two of the three jokes I think are the best of this episode.
But I laughed more today than I expected to.
Yeah.
Because I remembered Opposite Day being funny. I didn't remember it being that funny. And I thought Nature Pants was boring as a kid.
I laughed as much as I thought I would at Opposite Day. Nature Pants, I laughed a little bit more. But yeah.
But yeah, I put a note down. Patrick's Bubble Pop. It's weird that like half the notes for this episode on mine are just jokes that I wanted to point out.
Yep. This is actually one of the episodes we don't have a lot. We haven't been talking a lot about like when we were a kid.
I don't have any stories. I know you wanted to comment on Opposite Day as a holiday.
Yeah, but this one is the episode that you could always tell when it aired. Because it would air in the morning or the night before, and you'd go into school the next day, and someone would always go, "Hey, today's Opposite Day."
I heard it a couple times a year.
Every time it aired, I heard it, and inevitably, the interaction would always be the same. It's Opposite Day, but it's today's Opposite Day. Then no one saying today's Opposite Day mean it's not Opposite Day. Tomorrow's Opposite Day. Spread it around. I heard that every time.
I never heard
exact
that
way.
I never heard that specific interaction.
This is the only time I ever heard someone talk about it.
But yeah, this is one of those that I guess it's the only holiday one, if Opposite Day's a real holiday, that can air throughout the year. Because they're stingy with the other ones.
Yeah. I wouldn't count it as a holiday, but it is technically one. It's one of those, like, every day of the year has something that's special about it.
Oh, yeah, like Donut Day is, like, February 32nd or something. Yeah, something stupid.
But they decide to be...
There's an official Taco Tuesday.
They decide to be the opposite of themselves.
Which is Squidward.
I want to point out SpongeBob rips his pants in this episode again.
Does he?
Yeah.
He takes off his belt.
When he reaches down and grabs his belt, he rips it through his pants.
Oh, God.
And you can see that they have a little spot where the belt loops are. They are damaged.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So he rips his belt loops. I love Tom Kenny's Squidward voice.
He does. This is not the only time he does it, but I think this one's funnier than the other one.
And it's the specific intonation he uses, like excited but flat. It works really well. I want a character as the main character of a show to have that voice.
Yeah. But yeah, he does that, and then Patrick wants to get in on the game.
He did, so they gave him a nose.
Yep. My question for you is: Squidward is not the opposite of Patrick.
No,
He is not the opposite of Patrick. Who is the opposite of Patrick?
Larry.
Really?
I'd say Larry.
How so?
Because for doing absolutely nothing longer than anyone else, and Larry is active, and he's a cool guy. Whereas consistently, SpongeBob and Patrick are losers, and Larry is he's like he eats well, he works out. Patrick does nothing.
I think that's a fair answer. Mine would have been Sandy.
I get it. She's smart. She's a land creature.
Yeah. She is also active.
She is very active and very popular. Sometimes.
Yep.
She's consistently somewhat popular.
And every once in a while she can be dumb, just like every once in a while Patrick can be smart.
He can have his moments of wisdom.
Yeah. I see them as a yin and yang of that dynamic.
I mean, they're each one side on SpongeBob's shoulder, especially in the one where he gets suds.
Yep.
There's the right thing to do and the thing you want to do.
So, yeah, all of that happens. They start acting like Squidward.
And the realtor shows up.
The realtor does show up. And I have to point something out. She comes in and she says, "Tell me all the positive things about your house," after a really funny joke that's very subtle. Which is I thought you sounded taller on the phone. Everyone says that.
Yeah, everyone says that.
That joke has always been funny to me, and it's a subtle joke that is just present enough that I think everyone's going to laugh at it.
It's a throwaway line, but I've always liked it.
It's a really funny joke that I think a lot of people laugh at and won't realize it's a joke right away. Like, when they're kids.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But I appreciated it tonight. I think that's one of the ones that got me to chuckle.
But she says, tell me all the positive things about your house.
But it's opposite day.
Yeah. So, he goes through the obvious stuff. There's a draft.
The roof leaks.
The floor creaks. Yeah, the roof leaks. Squidward needs a new roof. Good to know. That's an important thing to know. And then...
Yeah.
And then, also Squidward needs better insulation.
He does.
Because the summers are brutal. And
the winters are harsh.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to insulate his house better.
I mean, it's just a giant rock. That thing conducts heat and cold really good.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
But they also state that there's a wild man-eating clam in the backyard. Why is there a wild man-eating clam in the backyard? Because SpongeBob's not lying.
I think he's lying.
I don't. She said, "Tell me all the positive things," and he went, "Okay, I'll tell her all the negative things." These are all things that are part of his house.
I think he made at least that one up.
I don't. Because at no other point is he lying, other than he is pretending to be Squidward.
We do see clams attack people in at least one episode.
Yep.
So there are giant clams, but clams are birds. Birds don't eat people. Birds eat fish, but they don't eat people.
Yeah. My guess, there is a man-eating clam. SpongeBob or Patrick released it. I don't know which, but one of them released it into Squidward's yard and never did anything about it.
And Squidward just knows better than to use his backyard.
Yeah, yep. He doesn't go back there anymore.
He used to have a garden.
He still does now.
It's come back twice, so they can have a rabbit torture him.
Yeah. I hate that stupid rabbit.
Yeah, I don't know why it's a recurring character now. So are the clowns, apparently.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so SpongeBob gives her the tour, shows him the gallery. There are actually some pretty cool paintings in Squidward's gallery in this episode, and in his hallway.
Yeah, we saw some cool ones. I didn't write any of them down.
Well, one was a fish holding an orb that was Squidward.
Yeah.
And that stood out to me as kind of artsy.
It stood out to me as well, but I had no clue how to describe it.
I don't know what it means, but Squidward's got some deep shit going on.
And all of them are always based off actual paintings.
They are. They're parodies. Because that's Squidward's thing, is painting himself in famous paintings.
Yep.
But, and then, yes, but Patrick scares her.
Yep.
In some really good animation. Like, you watch SpongeBob, arms behind his back, he slightly tilts up, his eyes follow her, and then he just goes back to flat, and I'm like, that just looked good to me. But then, yeah, she meets Mr. and Mr. Tentacles.
Yep. We get a very funny Patrick going through Squidward's private property joke.
Yeah.
The suddenness of Patrick being there has always gotten me.
He did go through Squidward's property.
Yep.
And, I like the little joke of Patrick standing there, like, swaying while SpongeBob, pretending to be Squidward, plays the clarinet horribly.
Yep.
That is something SpongeBob's doing on purpose. He can play the clarinet, I think.
Yeah.
But he's being Squidward.
Yep. And she keeps telling him she doesn't want to hear another one.
Please, you should stop. Oh, okay.
Got it. 100%. I know exactly what you mean. Continue.
But yeah, in that one, Patrick puts his hands together and just sways.
They're torturing this woman who does not know why they're doing what they're doing.
Yes. She thinks she's met a really aggressive gay couple.
Yeah. I don't think it would change the outcome if she knew, but it is what it is.
No, because if they dropped the charade at any point and said, we're the neighbors, she's going, I can't sell this house.
Yeah.
I can't in good conscience sell this house.
So, after all of that, Squidward finally realizes that the real estate agent is there and realizes that he has not heard SpongeBob and Patrick since he started fixing SpongeBob's house.
Yeah, so they've had her alone for at least an hour.
Yeah. He goes running in, and we get the line of this episode.
Yeah. I don't see this one memed a lot, but it is a very famous line.
My favorite parody of this is a Kingdom Hearts animation, which is Aqua standing in a room going, you're Squidward, yours
To Xehanort.
He's Squidward, you're Squidward, I'm Squidward, any other Squidwards I should know about, and it's just the rest of the Organization 13. It's such a funny joke.
It works with Xehanort.
And it came out probably in like 2014 or whatever, and it just gets funnier, because if you know, you know. But, yeah.
Is her name Squidward? What are the odds?
Probably.
Like, I wanted to look it up on the wiki, but didn't. Like, if they have the realtor's name listed as Squidward.
They should, but...
That's
I don't
that's
so.
the only name we get for her.
Yeah.
So, she has a mental breakdown and runs out of the house.
She does.
And Squidward decides to show them how much he cares about them.
Yep. Let me show... Oh, Squidward's face down on the ground, sobbing to himself because he's trapped in this hell.
He realizes at this point that he can never leave.
And he come up and just tells Squidward, we hate you.
At which point he snaps.
He snaps.
Like, you hear it. They play a sound effect.
I always loved the joke of, let me show you how much I hate you.
Yeah.
Gee, Patrick, don't you think Squidward likes us a little too much?
Yeah, do you ever get the feeling Squidward likes us a little too much?
It's a great episode.
The moral is neighbors can lower your property value.
Yep. But, sometimes you get a friend hole. Or a friend tube.
Oh, God.
I don't remember what Dale called it in that episode.
I want to go with hole.
Yeah. A tunnel of friendship.
It was.
And SpongeBob and Patrick get that later.
They do get a tunnel of friendship. And it also lowers Squidward's property value.
It does. It lowers the property value of the entire city, too.
It lowers it into the ground, you could say.
Into the mud. And the rock below.
Into the seabed.
But, yeah, that was Nature Pants and Opposite Day.
2 very funny episodes.
2 very funny episodes. And the next one is going to be a lot of fun, too. Because next time, do you want to take a guess?
I'm going to say no weenies allowed.
I'm going to say you're an uncultured swine.
Is that a hint?
Yes.
Uncultured. Oh, Culture Shock.
It is culture shock and fun.
Dude, that's a good one. Those are both great.
Yeah, they are fantastic episodes, and they're going to be a lot of... That episode aired Friday, December 31st, 1999.
Last one of the 99, yeah. Last one of the old...
However, the episode that will be following that one up, because we're going through IMDb's list, aired Saturday, October 2nd.
So we're going through production order.
Yeah. Which is fine.
That's how you do it.
It's better that way.
It's more consistent.
Yep. But yeah, next time will be Culture Shock and fun. 2 episodes that we'll be looking forward to.
Indeed. No one, not even your parents, want to see you gorge yourself.
Well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.